Hey everyone, how's it going? Starting to feel like talking about records again, and this is a real special one for me here. This is Chat Pile, God's Country, and the most simplest description might be noise rock band from Oklahoma City, um, but this is just something super unique. So this is the first edition. It seemed to have sold out like immediately, so I feel even lucky to have gotten my hands on a copy of this. Um, I would love to have found out about this in a cooler way, but it was reviewed on Pitchfork, and and there's very few things that are reviewed on Pitchfork. It's so weird. I read Pitchfork, and there's very few things that I ever am actually interested in that they seem to like. Anyway, they talked about this, and I thought this sounds potentially really cool. Um, so here it is, and this front cover really just like says it all. That they've got like the black metal type logo, then they call it God's Country, and then look at this. They show you like a power plant. They show you, um, a mall, Sears. It looks like that's closed, been closed for a long time. Um, this just kind of desolation here. Uh, Residential area with an oil well in the background. And that's just perfect visuals for what this is. Um, they just really get across this sort of like desperation of this hollowed out middle America. Um, and so, like, at its most superficial level, you could maybe say that, like, oh, it kind of sounds like Godflesh. Like, it's really, it's heavy, detuned, dissonant, not super fast for the most part. Um, the drums even sound like a drum machine. A person is listed as credited as being the drummer, but I'd believe either way. Like sometimes it sounds like a person who sounds like a drum machine. Sometimes it sounds like a drum machine. I don't really know for sure. Um, but Yeah, just really dark music. Um, and I'm trying to figure out how to talk about the singing. The singing is, stylistically, there's yelling, there's some growling. Um, the only word that comes to my mind is that it's super real. Like that sounds so lame to put it in those terms, but um, like you hear like a person that sounds like they're experiencing sort of the horrors of day to day life in in a place that's been hollowed out by capitalism, and and you just hear this desperation, and I don't know. I'm just really impressed with the emotions that this guy gets across in his singing. Like it just doesn't sound fake. He's really in the part, so to speak. Um, and the words that he's singing are just super direct. There's the second song on here. Why do people have to live outside in the brutal heat or when it's below freezing? There are people that are made to live outside. Why? And just kind of, it says different versions of that throughout the whole song. And, like, in 2022, like the worst thing you can do is be cringe, right? And somehow when someone is able to pull off something so direct, um, and so close to their heart and not be cringe, that's that's amazing. It's really impressive. So definitely not an easy listen, but it's just like one of the most powerful things I've heard in a long time. Um, just broadly speaking, sure, it's maybe in the metal category, I guess, but it just really seems irrelevant. Um, they're really kind of doing their own thing, even though it's down tuned and heavy and all that. But yeah, so just really, I'm super impressed by this. I don't really know what else to say about it other than this is amazing. it's I was moving towards ordering a second pressing of this because I couldn't find this, and then I found one, so I got it. But they're claiming that the second pressing they think is going to be ready by November. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, um, check that out. All right, so yeah, just got excited about something new. I talk about reissues so much that I'm just really happy to have something new to talk about, and really happy to get into some current stuff. So, Chat Pile, God's Country, it's awesome. Okay, thanks. So long.